All right, so boom, tell me or don't turn me down. We back at it with another video. Today we got hockey psychology. Is Macklin Celebrini really this good? To answer your question, hockey psychology, yes, Macklin Celebrini is that good. Hey man, we got hockey preseason coming up. Who wants me to react to hockey preseason? Or should I wait for the regular season? I don't know. What is hockey preseason? Like, I mean, obviously I know what hockey preseason is. I know what preseason is, but like, is Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, you feel me? Is my guys going to be playing? Eklund, William Eklund, are my guys going to be playing or playing for a couple minutes? Because if they're playing for a couple minutes, I don't know if we're going to react to like every single preseason game, but I mean, they're going to be playing some good minutes, which I highly doubt they are because it's a preseason game, it's not a regular season game. I mean, I'll still probably just check it out, like, you know, if I record or not, you know, check out to see what the guy's doing. But let's get started, man. Link in the description to the original video. Y'all want to check it out without my reaction, and let's get it.
Macklin Celebrini, a first overall pick who came in with tremendous hype and lived up to it, putting up the most points in rookie season by a San Jose Shark.
Oh, man. Hey, I don't want to say too early, but I feel like Macklin Celebrini gonna be a San Jose legend, man. Especially if he bring us the Stanley Cup. Like, if he brings the Stanley Cup, I mean, right, he's a legend, you feel me? Obviously.
By a San Jose Shark.
I think he's the most complete 18-year-old that we've seen in a long time.
Keep glazing him. W glaze. I love the glazing.
He's an incredible player. Just, you know, his all-around game at his age is pretty impressive.
It's official. Heading into next season, the hype around Macklin Celebrini is at an all-time high. He's already drawing comparisons to Sidney Crosby, even getting praise from the man himself, and that's only fueled debate over just how high this kid's ceiling really is. So how
he can't compare to Sidney Crosby? Do y'all feel like, I mean, it's probably hard to like say, but like, do y'all feel like potentially, like hypothetically speaking, like, can he be better? Can he?
Good as Macklin Celebrini already, and is all the hype really deserved? Well, let's take a deeper look.
All right, let's get it, hockey. I miss hockey psychology, man. It's been like, what, 2 months since we
Now, the NHL offseason is finally almost over, and that means everything's coming back, baby. The NFL's returned, the MLB's still kicking, and the NHL preseason starts soon. And if you want to get in on the action and see a game live for a great deal, then you gotta use SeatGeek. SeatGeek.
Speaking of live, I know y'all want me to go to my first hockey game. I don't know if it's gonna be a home game or away, but definitely y'all will get a vlog. I'm gonna try to go to a home game. Y'all already know. I don't know if y'all know. I don't stay in San Francisco, San Jose. I stay in Atlanta. Y'all already know Atlanta don't got a hockey team, so I gotta travel to either a home game or a away game. I think the closest hockey state I could go to is I know Carolina, right? Carolina, the Hurricanes. I could potentially go to Florida, you know, maybe even Dallas, Texas. I don't know. I'm thinking I might go to Carolina, you know, Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know. We're gonna see.
Is the best and easiest way to score a deal on your tickets. They rate every seat from a score of 1 to 10, so you know exactly what kind of deal you're getting. If it's red, it means that click the link.
If I want to use hockey code, here it go right here.
Description down below to get the best seats in the house while scoring a great deal from SeatGeek.
All right, let's get it.
Since the year 2000, only 2 players had a more productive season as an 18-year-old than Macklin Celebrini. At the top is Sidney Crosby, and right behind him is Patrick Laine. Wow, remember that? Now, that is a pretty big gap between players and what they ended up being throughout their careers, and projecting them to be Crosby's level is a massive leap. With a stacked rookie class, Celebrini didn't take home the Calder, but there is an argument to be made that he would have if he played a full 82
if he didn't
season.
get hurt,
Despite dealing with an injury at the beginning of the year.
If he played a fallout, I'm trying to tell y'all, if he didn't get hurt, he would have won it. Come on, man. My man was hurt for a couple games. If he played the full season, no doubt about.
He still put up 63 points in 70 games, and his overall play has fans legitimately wondering whether or not he is or will be better than his fellow countryman and Connor Bedard. Why? Well, at 18 years old, Celebrini plays a complete 200-foot game that just isn't in the realm of normality for players his age and even older. Now, let's be clear, the San Jose Sharks were still absolute ass last year, but with Celebrini, they have a foundational piece that plays a style that is usually found in a championship-winning formula. First, let's start with what he did better than almost anyone in the NHL this season, and that was creating offense off the rush. At the core of any elite or special talent is this very skill, and when you look at the advanced numbers, Macklin Celebrini's rush offense ranks in the 100th percentile, which is only reserved for the very best in the league. That means that as a rookie, he was just as, if not more effective than guys like McKinnon, McDavid, and Hughes at creating offense.
Russ offense ranked better than Nathan McKinnon, Carter McDavid. Come on, man. The stats is in front of everybody's face.
Off the rush. How exactly is he doing that at 18? Well, there's consistent habits and techniques that these players execute to become a nightmare to defend in these situations. The primary one is the ability to attack within the dot lanes, which, if you drew a line, is essentially attack in the middle of the ice. Believe it or not, this is very hard to do consistently with how well modern NHL defenders gap up and how strong back pressure can be to leave little space for players to cook. But what attacking within the dot lanes does is it forces defenders to have to make tough decisions and potentially switch assignments. Watch here as Celebrini gets the puck outside of the dots, but then shifts into the middle to pull this defender over to him. Just by attacking the middle, that opens up the outside lane for his winger. And for there, he can use some of Nunna's sauce and dish it over to the open wing. The beauty part of this play, though, is that he follows up by attacking that same space that the defender leaves open to try and close off the winger. Sure enough, Celebrini is wide open on the doorstep to finish it. Now, because he's so good at mixing his poise and deception with his skating while attacking in between the dots, he can single-handedly dismantle neutral zone structures. Here, Calgary is fully set up in their 1-2-2, and right away, Celebrini is in position to blow by the F1 because he attacks on an angle and in between the dots. Once he gets by the first layer, he knows that Calgary wants to force any play to the wall prior to the entry, so Celebrini leans into that. He's going to give a little "hey, how are you" head and body fake to open up the C's and get a controlled zone entry. The play eventually doesn't go anywhere thanks to...
You see how he just went past those two defenders like with ease? Like, y'all know how tough this is? Like, not anybody could do this. There's only a couple NHL players that could do this. Come on, man.
Prior to the entry. So, Celebrini leans into that. He's going to give a little "hey, how are you" head and body fake to open up the C's and get a controlled zone entry. The play eventually doesn't go anywhere thanks to a muffin, but the way Celebrini stacks these rush situations in his favor is something that we only see from the very elite of the game. In his approach in these situations, he's always trying to attack on an angle instead of attacking on a straight line or straight on. Defenders love that shit. It's easy to defend, so Celebrini instantly likes to cross over to get that angle and thread in the middle of the ice. His head and eyes are up, looking at the winger for a potential pass, which naturally pulls the defender into the middle. Quick pull to the backhand, and this is where the mastery comes in. The D does a decent job at pushing Celebrini to the outside dot lane, so he changes speeds. A cheeky little anchor play with the heel of his foot allows him to slow right down so that he can pivot before the gap closes in. Spinorama feed off a zone entry ends up in a goal for San Jose. Keep the change. Not only does he dictate the speed of the game, but he can match it as well. On this set breakout with William Macklin carrying the mill, look at how perfectly Celebrini matches his speed and presents himself as an option all the way through. The raw speed of Macklin is enough to get by the first layer of Minnesota, and as soon as he gains the blue, Celebrini hits another gear to hit this pocket of space in the blind spot behind the...
You gotta give credit to my man's Macklin, man. That little move he hit and then the pass, come on, man.
D to give his man an option. He doesn't score, but Macklin cleans up the rebound off a beautiful rush play where overwhelming speed and timing made it incredibly difficult to defend. This ability to control the pace of his attack both with and without the puck leaves defenders trying to constantly adjust to Celebrini's speed when coming down the ice. Naturally, with a player of his talent and IQ in these situations, we saw many times last year just how much defending teams gravitate towards him with numbers. That's exactly what
Look at the eyes, y'all. 4 grown men trying to figure out how to stop this 18-year-old man. Come on.
They want to see, and that naturally opens up more options for the Sharks to attack off the rush. Looking at the numbers, Celebrini was by far the most effective Sharks player when it came to rush offense, but the most impressive part is that he also led all Sharks players in cycle creation as well. This is the type of offense that generally matters the most come playoff time. You'll notice that the best playoff teams and performers thrive off the cycles by working off their teammates, winning battles, and sprinting to space to improve the offensive flow. It's why a player like Alexander Barkov ranked first in the NHL last season when it came to shots off the forechecking cycle. Celebrini's first career hat trick was a shining example of how intelligent he is with his spacing and off these.
Yo, I remember this game like it was yesterday when I reacted to his first hat trick, man. I had the biggest smile on my face. Yo, I remember going to sleep that night with the biggest smile on my face too. Like I'm really about to see like this man from 18 to when he's like 30 plus, man. Like wow, like I'm really about to just like be here to experience like from the start to the finish. Cause I'm gonna be on YouTube for the rest of my life. Like I'm gonna be here. Every single year I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm a YouTuber for the rest of my life, y'all. Hey, it's
plays. First goal, he's going to attack the soft spot in coverage, which keeps pretty much 4 Wild players tight and honest to the slot. That's going to open up the point shot, and as the puck swings high, Celebrini gets inside positioning, and look who's on the doorstep. Thanks for the tuck. That's goal number 1. Now on goal number 2, this entire play is just elite off-puck movement and IQ. He's going to start by winning his battle along the wall and then running a high scissor play with his defender. It does sound so simple, but he goes to where there's space and attacks the blind side of Minnesota's coverage. Before the cycle is even...
See? W blind slide. They not looking. They don't got eyes behind their back. They don't know Celebrini creeping up behind. Ooh. Hey, watch
initiated,
the pass, though.
Celebrini is already en route to pick up the puck with space. This aspect is very important too. He takes a head scan to know where everyone is before arriving on the puck. His first touch is quick and instantaneous, and it's a hard rim down low, but the kid is wicked smart, and right away he jumps into the space to present himself as an option. Bang, bang, shrimp, bang, bang, play. He's got goal number 2 on the night. But the hat trick goal is even better. With his teammate rounding around the net, Celebrini needs to beat his man to the net to become a dangerous option. Considering he's behind the Wild checker, a straightforward route likely won't do the trick. So how about a little misdirection? He originally begins to threaten the middle. The Wild player even head checks to make sure he's got Celebrini marked. And in his peripherals, he sees that Celebrini is indeed heading towards the middle. So he starts to do the same. The kid says, psych, you thought, and makes a hard cutback towards the far post. And at this point, the Wild forward Eriksson Ek knows he read it wrong, breaks out the twister.
That man was breaking his neck trying to find out where Celebrini was at, y'all. Yo, Hockey, what type of... Wait, is that the Green Goblin? That's the Green Goblin, right? From Spider-Man?
Splits to try and react, but it's way too late, and it's a hat trick for the kid and an absolute masterclass from the youngest player in the league. This is the type of off-puck awareness that we see from players like Kucherov, and he does it so well and so frequently that you wonder how the hell is he always in the right spot. Celebrini, at just 18 years old, is already showing signs that he can think the game at a way higher level than his opponent. Now, offensively, the Sharks were still the worst team in the NHL last season, but Celebrini, as a rookie, still almost put up a point per game. As the support around him develops...
Yo, Hockey, we ain't gonna talk about this right now, all right? Matter of fact, this is an AI picture, all right? We was the worst in a good way. Like, we was the worst team in a good way. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's not supposed to make sense, okay? Just wait. We're gonna be good.
Last season, but Celebrini, as a rookie, still almost put up a point per game. As the support around him develops and the sheer volume of rush chances and cycle offense begin to convert, they will eventually turn into more wins. However, the same could be said for defense, where Celebrini is also leading the charge. What separates him from the rest of the rookie class, as well as pretty much most players in their early 20s, is the details in his defensive side of the game. Starting with the breakout, and as a center, it's his job to go low and slow to support his defenders to get the puck going on offense. And even as a rookie, he's got a knack for anticipating threats and winning wall battles. At one point last year, he was actually leading all players in puck battles won per game. The kid is an absolute dog on the puck, and he isn't overly large either. At 6 feet, 190 pounds, he's already so good at angling puck carries with a stick into dead space and then using his frame to muscle them off pucks. Just like his offensive mind, he knows where to be to stop cycle plays and attempted slot passes to break up the other team's attack. Even when on offense, like San Jose is here battling in the corner, Celebrini as the F3 in center knows it ain't smart to dive in and join this battle because it can lead to an odd man rush the other way. So he's just going to get above the puck just a second earlier than everyone else, and sure enough, Washington wins the battle, but because he's in the right spot defensively, he can apply immediate pressure, stop the breakout, and turn it into...
Yo, it's more to just you know, on that ice. Like, it's timing. I gotta be at the right spot at the right time. Yo, it's a lot to hockey, like, for real. Like, hockey psychology, when he just breaking it down and like puts it into like a different like perspective of like the game. Like, it's really a lot more like goes on behind the scenes, like, you feel me?
A Shark possession. In this sense, he reminds me a lot of Alexander Barkov as well, and how he controls the middle of the ice better than anyone. Celebrini understands at a very young age that defense and offense are closely intertwined. 95% of the game is played without the puck, and so how you get it back is incredibly important. Celebrini, as an 18-year-old rookie, understands this incredibly well, and we've already seen flashes of how he can dictate the pace of the game on the defensive side of the puck. Of course, there's still areas of improvement. He was still a minus 31 last year, which isn't good. This ain't golf, but he was playing on the Sharks, who were also the worst team defensively. Now, overall, the Sharks' abysmal year still left their fans very optimistic. And a large reason why is because of Macklin Celebrini. As the youngest player in the NHL, I didn't expect Celebrini to be this good this fast. And among the next crop of potential superstars that are ready to take over the NHL, he's already making the argument as to who is truly the future face of the league. San Jose may still be a few years away from legitimate contention, but when they are there, at the cornerstone of all of it will be Macklin Celebrini.
Hey, it's always room for improvement, you know? My man's Macklin Celebrini, 18 years old. Like, obviously, he ain't perfect at anything. But we humans, we all make mistakes in life. You feel me? He gonna make mistakes out there on that ice, but he gonna learn from it, cause that's what makes goats goats. You learn from your mistakes, you fix the mistake, and then you go on to win championships. And I mean a lot of championships. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this reaction right here, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.